Jefferson County Court of Law is back in session and cause number 329380, case of South State of Texas versus Christopher Derrick Curtis. Mr. Curtis, Mr. Allen, would y'all please come forward? Okay, Mr. Curtis, your attorney of record is attorney Terrence Allison. He's present here in the courtroom. However, standing in for attorney Allison is attorney Allen, which is Marivius Allen. Does attorney Allen have your permission to stand in for attorney Allison?
Yes, sir, you do.
Okay, now, Mr. Allen, this case is set on the court's jury trial docket, and you are requesting.
Yes, I handed over a waiver right to jury trial to Mr. Johnson, documenting his waiver and ready.
Okay, let me, did you e-file that? You said you handed it over, so it was previously e-file?
Well, I sent it over to the DA's office last week. He was out of the office and I
Oh,
was
okay.
waiting for him to sign it, so then I could present it to the court.
Okay, so because the court cannot accept,
Okay.
motion, but you making a, are you signing it, Mr.?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead on and let me see the motion. Okay, Mr. Allen, I have before me a waiver right to a jury trial. Let's see now, Mr. Okay, Mr. Curtis, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Curtis, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. You may put your hand down. Mr. Curtis, I have before me a waiver right to a jury trial. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that is titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Curtis, prior to signing and initialing this document, did your attorney, signed by attorney Allison, did attorney Allison go over this document with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in this document?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And see this document is also signed by, is it attorney Lamar Johnson? Is that correct, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, so at this time, the court is going to approve this motion for waiver of a jury trial. Hold on a minute. Okay. State, are you ready to proceed?
State's ready, Your Honor.
Defense, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Shearer, would you please read the information?
Cause number 329380, State of Texas versus Christopher Derrick Curtis. Charge of assault, family violence, Class A misdemeanor in and by the authority of the state of Texas. Comes now the undersigned Assistant Criminal District Attorney of Jefferson County, Texas, on behalf of the state of Texas, and presents in and to the County Court at Law of Jefferson County, Texas, that in Jefferson County, Texas, Christopher Derrick Curtis, hereinafter style defendant, heretofore on or about April 11th, 2021, did then and there initially, intentionally, knowingly, and recklessly cause bodily injury to another, namely Yulander Randall, hereinafter style the complainant, by punching complainant about the face and body, and at the time of said assault, complainant was a person with whom defendant had a dating relationship against the peace and dignity of the state.
Mr. Curtis, to this charge, how did you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Not guilty.
Okay. Mr. Shearer, would you like to make an opening statement?
The state will waive an opening statement at this time.
Ms. Allen, would you like to make an opening statement?
Reserve it for the defense argument.
State, Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you may call your first witness.
State calls Yolanda Randall.
Yolanda Randall. Yolanda Randall. Yolanda Randall. Is that Yolanda Randall? Who is it?
Sir? Okay. Yep. You want to proceed? Yeah. We could swear.
Okay, have Ms. Randall come forward. Ms. Randall, would you please come forward? Ms. Randall, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Randall, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Randall, you may put your hand down. Mr. Shearer, you may proceed.
Ms. Randall, could you please state your name?
No,
Okay, and then, Ms. Randall, where do you live at this time? Okay, and, who do you live with there?
me and Christopher.
Okay, and, going back to April 11th, 2021, was there any type of assault or any altercation that occurred between y'all?
I'm not gonna testify against my husband.
So you're saying that nothing happened, or?
I'm not gonna testify against my husband.
Okay. Stay with rest, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Allen,
Just a few questions. Before you got to Prince Connection that night, you had a couple of drinks when you're on the way there.
On the way there.
Okay. When you arrived, you saw, I believe, Christopher's sister, Lydia Pete.
Yes.
Y'all have something between y'all, a little beef. Okay. And then at some point that night, y'all got into it.
Two passwords.
Okay. Did she, at any point in time do more than passwords?
Just password.
So when you say passwords, were y'all yelling at each other? Was there something in between y'all from the week before?
Yes.
Okay, what happened the week before?
It was just like a trend of things and we was just passing words back and forth, back and forth. back and forth.
And Joshua is Christopher Curtis's brother, right?
Yes.
He was there?
Yes.
Okay. We all were exchanging words. Mr. Curtis as well as Joshua tried to intervene and de-escalate, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And at that point in time, when you and her passed words, is that all possible that she possibly hit you?
No.
Okay. And that night on Fish Connection, when you first arrived, did she get upset because you didn't speak with her? Okay. And were you upset that she didn't kind of talk to you about what was wrong
No.
between y'all two?
No.
Okay, so you kind of just ignored her the rest of the night.
No. Actually, when I walked in, I was talking to someone else.
Okay,
Okay, and I realized everybody had moved, so I went to see what was going on.
okay.
And I was doing that.
But the only beef you had with someone that night was with Lydia, correct? Okay. No further questions?
Yes.
Mr. Shearer.
Yeah, am I understanding correct, y'all are currently married?
That is correct.
We all married at this time?
No.
When all this happened, y'all were not married?
No.
Okay, were y'all in a dating relationship?
Yes.
Okay, were the police called?
They were.
Okay, did you talk to the police?
Not at that time.
At that time, you did not talk to the police. Did you ever give the police a statement? When you got it? Okay, in that statement, did you make any allegations about what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, do you recall what you put in that statement?
I just told them what had transpired, myself and Lydia.
Okay, did you say anything about what happened between you and your current husband?
Is there?
Okay, so, in the statement you gave police, when you said that, he stepped in between us and pushed me down on the ground, he then stood over me and hit me in the face with a closed fist. Is that what you told the police that time?
I'm not testifying.
I'm not asking you, I'm just asking, is that what you told the police at that time?
Okay.
Is that what you told the police at that time?
It's right there.
Okay, was that true at that time?
Okay. You have any other questions?
So is your testimony today that Christopher Curtis hit you that night, April 11, 2021? That is your testimony today?
No, I'm not testifying at all.
Okay.
That's it.
As of today, is your testimony that Christopher Curtis did not hit you?
I'm not testifying here.
And let me just briefly return back to that night of, so we had Joshua Curtis, who was Christopher's brother
Right.
there,
Mhm.
Kathleen Gray, which was Joshua Curtis's wife and your friend, correct?
I mean,
Okay.
it was, the family was there.
Okay. And then Lydia Pete, who was Joshua's sister. And she didn't have a boyfriend at that time. It was just her alone. Correct. Okay. And you and Christopher Curtis arrived together from Louisiana, correct? Okay. And then throughout the night, you also had a couple of drinks.
No. When we got there, we just got there. It wasn't a lot of drinking. We were happy. And another family member out of Lake Charles also came here that night.
Mhm.
It wasn't nothing going on. Everybody was getting along. We walked in the club. I talked to our nephew, and we were talking, and it escalated from there. Everybody like kind of shift. Like, what's going on? When I turned around, I didn't see anyone. So I stepped outside to see what was going on. Then that's when it escalated from there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Escalation.
it wasn't a lot of drinking.
Okay.
We just,
So the escalation was with you and Lydia, correct? Okay. And then that's when Joshua and Mr. Christopher intervened and tried to settle things down. Okay. That's it.
State,
Ms. Randall Curtis, you go by Randall or Curtis?
we just got married.
Okay.
Okay, so the paperwork is not
It's
back.
Randall. Okay, I got you. Okay. This club we're talking about here, where is it?
It's in Port Arthur, Texas. I'm used to that.
Okay, and, could you tell the court who this is standing next to you?
Christopher Dark Curtis, which is my husband.
Okay. The court would so note that she's identified the defendant.
court will note it for the record.
No further on.
Anything else?
No further.
You have any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Randall, you may be excused. Hold on a minute. Let me, the court, have to give a court reporter and take this matter under advisement. Hold on, okay. We have no other witnesses.
You do, Mr. Curtis.
You gonna call Mr. Curtis?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Could we have like 2 minutes, Jerry?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
will not be calling the defendant to testify.
Okay, so you will not be calling, okay.
I just have an opening statement to make.
I mean, oh, well. I think the opening statement is usually made before you call, you put
Could
your
not be.
case, before you put your case in chief on, I mean, your case, you put your defense on, you don't have a defense. So at this point, I guess it will be a closing statement,
Okay.
okay? So, you may go forward.
The opening statement couldn't have been reserved for the defense's argument.
I mean, you can do your closing statement. I mean, it's gonna be your closing statement at this point. Because well, first of all, the state has rested, is that correct, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
The defense, you're not putting on a defense, right? You don't have any witnesses, right?
No.
So are you resting?
Yes.
Okay, so you can proceed with your closing argument.
Based on the testimony heard from Ms. Yolanda Randall, who is now married to Christopher Curtis, we see that this dispute was really between her and Lydia Pete, Mr. Curtis's sister. And prior to that night, Miss Lydia Pete got into it at a family event. And at that point, they got into a physical fight. So a week later, Lydia and Yolanda still had some animosity between them. And at that point in time, they were intoxicated and they were going back and forth. And we also heard from Mr. Yolanda's testimony that they exchanged words. Well, exchanging words can mean amongst a lot of things, but at some point in time, they did get into it more than just exchanging words. In fact, Lydia struck Miss Randall in the face, and this is the cause of the bruises that we see in the photos. Joshua Curtis and Christopher Curtis simply intervened, almost having to pull Yolanda off of Lydia Pete that night. Constantly throughout the night, Yolanda was following Lydia Pete, trying to start something, and she finally did. She finished what she started.
Your Honor, we're going to have to object because he's going in evidence it's not. And
Objection sustained. You're arguing outside the record. That was his objection.
Essentially, Mr. Curtis tried to intervene. No, at no point of that night did he assault Ms. Yolanda Randall. This is the love of his life. They're married. They want to move past this. That's it.
State.
the state, Your Honor, the state kind of finds itself in an awkward situation because 20 minutes ago, I never anticipated this would be pulled out the way it did. But on the other hand, in light of the arguments that were presented here in the testimony of the court heard, I think there's enough to substantiate that there was an assault, family violence that did occur. The statements were given to the police at the time that she was assaulted. There's been a history here apparently between them. And although the state would not be in the position to want to interfere with love, we at the same time recognize that this needs to be done in a peaceful manner. State feels like we've shown jurisdiction and that the relationship was there, and that an assault did occur. Even though it was a very minor assault, it does rise to the level of assault. So the state is asking for a verdict again.
Okay, this court is going to take it. It's met on the advisement.
So we're gonna dispose of them all together on the same day.
Okay,
And it'll
okay.
be a plea.
So we're gonna, you want these cases to be reset on the same day of your felony case? Okay, so these cases will be reset to October 10 of 2022. Mr. Mason, Mr. Mason, your attorney, Mr. Dowden, is gonna sign for your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Judge on the first warrant.
Okay. You can, sign for your reset.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. And once you get your reset, you'll be free to go as well. Dustin Valentine, no, Dustin Valentine. Okay, court is in session in three cases, cause number 327-880, cause 327-882, and cause number 327-884. All three cases are styled of State of Texas versus Dustin Travis Valentine.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Valentine, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Valentine? That's good. Mr. Valentine, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Kent Johns. Attorney Johns, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Your Honor. Thank
That's good. Now, state is represented by Attorney Lamar Johnson. Attorney Johnson, how you doing?
you. Real well, Your Honor. Thank you.
That's good. Mr. Johns, what is your announcement in Mr. Valentine's case? Or Mr. Valentine's case?
Your Honor, this case is, it's not old, but it's been on the docket a while. We just got an offer.
Okay,
Spoke with two other prosecutors. I've got
different, okay,
different offers. It's the last offer I just got today.
okay.
I haven't even had the opportunity to visit my client about it.
And how much time y'all need?
About 45 days. man.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, do you have any objections?
Stays on the fourth, Your Honor.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, you're gonna reset 45 days. Judge Jones, once you get your reset
Okay.
once you get your reset, and give it to your client, you'll be free to go on your blessed day.
Thank you.
And Mr. Valentine, is it Valentine or Valentine? Valentine. Okay, Mr. Valentine, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Okay. And this is cause number 330-068, case of style of State of Texas versus Samuel Frank McQuarrie III. Is that correct? How you doing, Mr. McQuarrie? I'm doing fine, Mr. McQuarrie. You're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Giles Cole. Attorney Cole, how are you doing?
Great job.
I'm doing fine. Attorney Cole, What is your announcement in Mr. McCreary's case? Okay,
Yes.
How much-
And then, October 31st, I believe, is it? 24th?
it's on the 24th, so you want this case to be reset the same date?
Yes, Your Honor.
So this case is gonna be reset October 24th of 2022. Mr. McCreary, your attorney is gonna give you reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. And Mr. Cole, is this your only case you have today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Cole, you'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You have to stand over there and get your reset. Who else we have? Mr. Razzo. Court is in session and cause number 330830. Case is filed, the state of Texas versus Ronald Wayne Kennedy Jr. Mr. Kennedy, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Kennedy?
Come on.
That's good. Mr. Kennedy, you're here with your attorney, Attorney James Padgett. Attorney Padgett, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. The state is represented by Attorney Raymond Shearer. Attorney Shearer, how are you doing?
I'm good, Your Honor.
That's good. Mr. Padgett, what is your announcement in Mr. Kennedy's case?
Your Honor, we were prepared this morning to take care of the case. I've just been informed by the prosecutor that there is a possession of marijuana case. Is that an A or a B?
It's going to be an A.
It's going to be an A and it has been
I don't know
received.
what happened because it shows it was received by our office all the way back February 22nd. And so I don't know why,
So-
February 22nd of this year. So I don't know why we don't actually have the case.
So it hadn't been filed yet?
It's been filed with our office, but
Oh, you see what y'all, but y'all haven't
Yeah.
officially filed.
Aware of it, or I would have.
Right. So he has
we
another
just-
case.
We'd like to reset this so we can dispose of it.
That was filed back in February that they've received but have not accepted here. I mean, they don't have the case.
Right.
So
Might be a lab
the
test. or
smart
something.
thing to do is not to go forward. I know you want to
Okay,
go
so we're gonna
forward on this
reset.
case this morning, but if we go forward on this case, then you're just gonna have to come back on the other case. So the smart thing to do would be to
Okay.
put the cases together and try to work something out.
So y'all want you want your case reset?
I would
Tell-
hope so, Your Honor,
okay.
just so we can
Let's do
figure
this
out
here.
the lane.
Now you said that,
I don't want to mess up your probation because Christine had some struggles there and we're going to try and make sure you don't get that stuff.
now you said that other case was received like in January, in February.
It's been quite a while, very unusual.
I'm
that
going
we
to try and
don't-
chase that down, find out what's.
Okay.
going on.
It's just very unusual.
How much time do you think we need to reset it to?
30 days would be in.
Okay. Standard
Whatever
reset?
Randy thinks, because he's the one that's gonna do a little legwork for me.
Because it gets a standard reset?
It's December 5th.
Yes.
Oh, it's December 5th. It's, okay.
You have to keep the docket small.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. We
that's
got the
right,
new
because
system.
Computers.
Okay, so this is reset to, what date is that?
So you got to get it. Your stuff works by itself.
December 5th? All right. Mr. Patty, once you get your sign for your reset. And once you get your reset, Mr. Kennedy, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Barrasso. Isaiah McCar.
Yes, I called for him, but he didn't answer.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he's on Zoom.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So eight cases style of state of Texas versus Isaiah Jose McCar. McCar, how are you doing?
Just finding yourself?
I'm doing fine. Mr. McCar, you can put your mic on, I guess, put it on mute. We heard some background noise. Thank you. And Ms. Perazo, you representing Mr. McCar. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Perazo, what is your announcement in Mr. McCar's case?
Well, Your Honor, we're just having a really difficult time getting together. I'm not sure, we keep setting the appointments, but he keeps missing the appointments. So I haven't been able to review the discovery. So I'm just having an issue.
Okay, Mr. McCar,
Yes, sir.
your attorney is stating that she's having trouble getting y'all for y'all to get together.
Yeah, our appointments, every time we meet up with our appointments, she had like a family emergency or the weather or something been, messing with our appointments.
Okay, what we're gonna do, how much time do you need, Ms. Perazo? Well, these dockets, it's gonna be a while because the dockets, they're going on to new system, so they're having smaller dockets because of that.
Yes, I'm not sure, but I would like to correct what he just said.
Okay,
That
you
is-
may.
First of all, that's incorrect, what he said. Since April 28th of this year to be exact, and again on May the 2nd, May the 6th, May the 31st, June the 14th, and June the 30th. We had scheduled appointments. We tried calling on the first 3 days and left a voicemail because he didn't show up. He missed the appointment on May 31st and he showed up 30 minutes late. So we scheduled a phone conference. He missed that. And then we also made the appointment on the last 2 dates in June, and he did not show up for those either. So I'm not sure what's going on, or if he's
Yeah,
just forgetting
the last 3 times.
to remind him. He's just making it very difficult for me to communicate with him.
Okay.
So I don't know if resetting is going to fix the issue. I mean, I'll ask for a reset, and if the court wants to give him another opportunity,
Well,
I'm trying.
Okay,
I'm
I
trying to
understand.
meet with him, but it's
Okay.
becoming very difficult.
Now, Mr. McCarr, it's very important that you and your attorney get a chance to meet together so y'all can discuss your case. I'm going to reset this case to give you all an opportunity to meet. What is that court date?
December 5th.
Okay, this court date is gonna be reset to December 5th of 2022. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. Mr. McCarr, your reset will be sent to your attorney and your bondsman. You are free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
And Ms. Peraza, you can sign for the reset. Once you get the reset, you'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Well, I think I have another piece on your document.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I apologize, I'm back. I got booted out. Hold on.
Mr. McCarr, your case is concluded. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You are free to go, and you have a blessed day.
The reset,
It's been reset. Hold on a minute. To when?
December 5th.
December 5th of 2022. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman, and you are free to go.
yes, sir. I've been trying to call them, but the secretary, ain't nobody answering the phones.
Okay, well, just continue to try to stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right.
All right.
Okay.
You too.
All right. Okay. Court is in session in cause number 330532, case of style of state of Texas versus Edgar Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez, is that your full name? Is your full name Edgar Hernandez?
No.
Okay, how are you doing, Mr. Hernandez? You doing good? Mr. Hernandez, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Charles Rojas, who is appearing via Zoom. Attorney Rojas, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge. Thank you.
That's good. Mr. Rojas, what is your announcement in Mr. Hernandez's case?
Judge, the complaining witness in this case has signed a non-prosecution affidavit. I was speaking with Mr. Shearer this morning. He was having trouble getting onto the workflow to see that. I don't know if he's had a chance to look at it or not. If he hasn't, I would ask for another announcement so that he can make sure that that's signed and make a decision on whether they're going to proceed or not.
Mr. Cause number 330532.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we do have a non-prosecution affidavit, so it will be dismissed in this case.
Okay, that'll be dismissed. Okay. Mr. Hernandez, the state is going to dismiss your case. Just have a seat. So we can give you a copy of the dismissal. Once it's printed off, once I sign it, you'll be able to get a copy of the dismissal. Oh, you got to stand over there on the X, on the part X. Okay, Mr. Rojas, state has announced that this case is going to be dismissed. And once I sign the dismissal, I will give a copy of the dismissal to your client, Mr. Hernandez.
Okay, thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, if this is your only case, you're excused and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
Thank you. Mr. Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons.
Yes, Your Honor, let me turn on my camera real quick.
Well, Mr. Simmons, I just been informed that your attorney had previously reset your case, and so your case is not set today. Do we know what date it's set for? Hold on a minute. We're gonna look on the computer. Okay, this case is set for December 5th. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Court is in session in cause number 327-164. Case to style State of Texas versus Donnie Olfey Citizen. Mr. Citizen, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Citizen? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Citizen. You're here represented by your attorney. Attorney Langston Adams, Attorney Adams, how are you doing? Mr. Adams, what is your announcement in Mr. Citizen's case?
This morning, Judge, we were able, I know you were following the felony, and I represent him in the felony as well. And I don't know if the state is aware of this, but on my felony case, that we got that dismissed totally. So the only case that he has now is this misdemeanor case. So what I would think is maybe you give us one more reset to see what, since he now has the information that the felony has been dismissed.
Okay, so you want to keep it on the announcement docket, if that's what you're saying?
But you
Okay.
can make a note for your record that the felony is gone.
Oh, I mean, it's gonna be, I mean, we got here, I mean, it's gonna be, it's not gonna appear when we come back, so.
So we can just get together, see. if
Yeah.
they did-
At this time, could you give us a court date?
December 5th.
Okay, Mr. Citizen, this case will be reset on the announcement docket for December 5th of 2022. Your attorney's gonna sign for your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
And Judge, my other one is Mr. Brown.
I know.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just go ahead on and sign for his reset.
Oh, sure, no problem. Oh, okay.
Go ahead and sign it.
Cool.
Uh-oh. Oh, wow. I saw you went there, you like you signed it three times all over each other. I looked at that time, it was like a whole bunch of lines.
It's all good.
Okay, Yolanda Renee Randall,
She's outside, I think.
no, you start, Ms. Randall, would you come forward?
She's good. Yeah.
This is cause number 326-528, case of style of State of Texas versus Yolanda Renee Randall. Ms. Randall, is that your full name? How you doing, Ms. Randall? Okay, Ms. Randall, you're here represented by your attorney. Attorney Langston Adams, Attorney Adams, what is your announcement in Ms. Randall's case?
She wants the trial.
Okay, still set for trial state, I mean, so you're just on the trial docket, I mean,
Yeah,
that's why we hear you say you want the
already.
trial.
We'll go.
Okay, state,
Your Honor, the state was under the impression that, Ms. Randall was also in jail.
I don't think so.
I mean, there's a note on here saying in jail, but what that has to do with being ready or not? That was, my question is, are you ready or you not ready? I mean,
No, Your Honor, the state isn't ready.
okay, well, we're gonna just hold up on this right now, okay? We're just gonna put it on hold, because I got a trial docket here. And we're gonna have to see how these cases fall. We're gonna set a trial order.
So if it goes, what time we have to be?
I don't know. Well, this brings me to your next case. Ms. Randall, you can have a seat.
With him,
Your next case, you have
Barbara,
Gary Barber. He has 3 cases and he's in jail.
I'll go, if I gotta go on him first, it's not a problem.
I mean,
go to
jail
jail.
cases have priority.
I'll go.
I mean, he's in jail. He got, Gary Barber has 3 cases. Cases and a DWI case. And you're announcing ready on that?
Tell me the time you want me to come in.
I don't know. Well, hold on a minute. Let me find out from the state.
If not, I'm not sure if you, I think you're going to, they can't bounce it back saying something about the domain. I'm not sure if you want to second this.
Yeah.
Look back over.
Let me see.
Okay, we'll just put it on hold. Give y'all time to talk. Court is back in session and calls number 332142, case is styled State of Texas versus Yolanda Renee Randall. And we have Ms. Randall back. Ms. Randall. Well, I have another case. This second case here is a trespassing. And I note here that you do not have an attorney listed. Have you hired an attorney to represent you on your second case? So you plan on hiring him for your second case? Okay, so we're gonna reset that one. Put that on announcement docket. Well, yeah.
But Judge, can I make a suggestion? If we're going to go to trial on that assault case, then it's fine. But if for some reason it gets reset, can you put them on the same date? I wanna be going.
Okay, well, let's do that. We gonna hold off giving a date now.
Right.
We'll see what happens, because this case, I'm thinking you have one, and then Reynolds is gonna have 2 and 3, and then Miss Randall comes back to 4. She's gonna be the 4th case on the trial docket.
For tomorrow, 1 o'clock, right?
Right, so I'm gonna put her as number 4 here. Okay. Yeah, she's excused, and stay in contact with your attorney. He'll keep you informed. Mr. Adams, do you have any other cases?
I think that's it. I gotta go and.
Okay, Mr. Adams, are you free to go? You have a blessed day. Yes. Oh. Attorney Gregory, you can get your reset. We're gonna keep it on the trial docket, and you're free to go. You and your client free to go, and y'all have a blessed day. This is cause number 326-652. Case is style of state of Texas versus Jason Lee Sims Jr. Mr. Sims, is that your full name? All right, how you doing, Mr. Sims? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Mr. Sims. You're here represented by your attorney, Attorney James Padgett. Attorney Padgett, what is your announcement in Mr. Sims' case?
It's the same thing on the related.
Okay, and state? Not an attorney. Actually, this here will be number 5.
It's, I think our first appearance was in 2020, January the 29th,
Yeah.
2020.
Okay, this is gonna be on the dock. It's this is number 5. Actually, we got 1, 2. We have a number 1 case, number 2 case. Those 2 cases, those people in jail. And then we have some other cases that number 3 and the number 4 case, and this is gonna be the number 5 case.
I understand. I mean,
Okay,
I've dealt with so many different prosecutors, so.
well, I had to deal with the
Well, no, I
same thing.
understand. I just want to let you know,
I understand. I
we
mean,
get the
we got one at a time. Can't try. I wish we could
No, I
try
understand.
all of them at the same time.
This may be getting dismissed, Your Honor, if I could have just 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
There's a-
That's fine. He needed
There's
to
no
talk
problem.
to
I
you.
just want to let you
Okay.
know, we weren't trying to delay it.
Court is in session and cause number 326-370. Case is style of state of Texas versus Joseph Kevin Broussard Jr. Mr. Broussard, is that your full name?
Yes.
How you doing, Mr. Broussard? How are you doing, Mr. Broussard?
I'm doing.
That's good. Mr. Broussard, your case is on the court's announcement docket. And I think I'm looking at the docket sheet. It states that, well, your case was reset to give you an opportunity to find another lawyer. Yeah.
Yes, I have been trying. I've had 3 interviews and 1 over the phone. I'm not trying to waste time. I believe this should have been done a long time ago. If my lawyer that at the time didn't do what she did, it would have been already taken care of. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to waste any time.
Okay, so how much more time do you need?
Hopefully just 1 more resetting.
Okay, give us
I've got a couple more lawyers I have interviews with.
okay. Give us a reset date.
December 5th.
Okay, we're gonna reset you to December 5th.
Yes.
Once you get your reset from our court coordinator, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. We got Sims. Next 2 cases are style of state of Texas versus Brett Tyler Marcantel. Case cause numbers 329-724 and cause number 332-076. Mr. Markentile.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Markentile, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Tom Kelly, who's present in court.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kelly, well, first of all, Mr. Markentile, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
That's good. And Mr. Kelly, how are you doing?
Doing well, thank you.
Mr. Kelly, what is your announcement in Mr. Markentile's cases?
I'd like to ask for 30 days, Judge. See if we can't get to a conclusion on the second case.
Okay, what's the next reset date? Okay. Okay, Mr. Kelly's, Mr. Markentile case is going to be reset to the next reset date, which is December 5th, 2022. Mr. Kelly, you can get your resets. Once you get your reset, I think this is your only case.
It is.
Okay, the only two cases, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr.
Thank you.
Markentile, stay in contact with your attorney. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you. You as well.
All right. And Mr. Kelly. Is they said Gertz is in a trial? Okay. His Orange County. Did he make an announcement? Did he do anything on Thomas Pulliam? Yeah, Pulliam is not here. Yeah.
Well, I said tomorrow, but he did tell me that he had a problem going.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, his client is not here. I'm just, yeah. You're gonna have to contact his office. His client gonna have to make an appearance. That's on the,
Pre-trial.
Mr. And Coleman is on what, the announcement?
Is on your list.
What page? Page 1? Yeah, once you get Stephanie Coleman inside in the courtroom. Court is in session in 3 cases. All 3 cases style the state of Texas versus Ronnie Jermaine Jacob Walker. First case is cause number 322-926-1. Second case is cause number 322-988. Third case is cause number 323-372. And the fourth case is cause number 326-576. Mr. Walker, your full name is Ronnie Jermaine Jacob Walker.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Walker? All right, Mr. Walker, last time you was here, I think you were going to be looking into getting an attorney, is that correct? Have you hired an attorney to represent you? Okay, now you have 3 options in regards to being represented by an attorney. Number 1, you can hire an attorney. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir.
Number 2, if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request that an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that option? And number 3, or you may waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself. Do you understand that option? And so which one of those options are you requesting? Okay, you're gonna have a seat. Is anybody at that? Yeah, you're gonna sit on the corner of that table right there. And you're gonna fill out an affidavit of indigence to see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Okay. And once you finish that, we're gonna call you back up and go over that document with you. All right? So you just follow the bill. And next case is cause number 323-036. Case is style of state of Texas versus Stephanie Coleman. Ms. Coleman, would you please come forward? This is cause number 323-036. Case is style of state of Texas versus Stephanie Coleman. Ms. Coleman, is that your full name?
Yes.
How you doing, Ms. Coleman?
All right.
That's good. Now, Ms. Coleman, your attorney of record is attorney Stella Morrison. And have you been in contact with Ms. Morrison?
Call, but no response.
Okay, I think Ms. Morrison has been having some medical or health challenges recently. And so what the court is going to do, this court is going to reset your case to give you an opportunity to get in contact with Ms. Morrison. And hopefully, God's willing that a medical situation will improve. All right, so you're gonna stand on the 4X in front of our coordinator. Once you get your reset from our coordinator, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
We did,